Wow. This lighting is not good. Hey, hope everyone's doing well. I'm Ricky Carson, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We are coming from a very cloudy, moody Oregon day, so sorry if the lighting is kind of off a bit. Anyway, this video is about how to navigate being pansexual, specifically being a pansexual male in 2024, but this is more or less applicable to anyone who identifies as pansexual, bi-curious, bisexual, you name it. For those of you guys who don't know, I myself am pansexual, and I've always known this about myself. I remember around the first few months of 6th grade, I'd already known that I was attracted to girls, but I was in this friend group of 3 people, including myself. One person was female and the other male, and I realized I wanted to kiss both of them. I had some type of feeling towards them. So I fortunately have known from a very early age that I like both genders or both sexes, however you want to classify it. I was fortunate to have been raised by a same-sex couple, so sexuality in terms of being shameful and stuff was never something that was implemented in my household, which I'm very fortunate about. It didn't mean I didn't have my own problems, like identity problems, because I was raised by 2 women who didn't really, I love them, but they didn't really try to create an environment where I felt like I could go to them to talk about stuff, from anything that has to do with puberty to sexuality. As I've gotten older, I'm 24 now, I've gotten way more secure though in my identity, and I think it's pretty awesome when we don't have a wall, a boundary of how far our love can go for someone. So I identify as male. I'm always going to identify as a cis male, but I know deep down in my heart that if I were born a woman, intersexual, I know that I would still find my romantic partner as attractive, as endearing as I would if I was a man. I think that's an enormous superpower that us pansexuals have, is the ability to just love who we love and understand that there's more to it. There's more to a connection than just someone's genitalia, that who they are as a person supersedes all of that, at least in most cases for people who identify as pansexual. The world has been changing rapidly. For better or for worse, we are living in a time where a lot of people's identities are being called into question. A lot of the ways that we've been going about life in terms of the status quo has been getting hands-on confrontation, and we're adapting and growing ideally as a society as a whole. My mission, not only in 2024 but moving forward in life as a pansexual, is to emphasize the fact that our sexuality may be a minority, but we are diverse, we are strong, we are beautiful. And I see every single day passing by, the world, specifically in the Western countries, are opening up and being more liberal-minded and progressive in terms of how they themselves, individuals, see their sexuality. And I've been so fortunate enough to have a lot of friends who identified for the longest time as straight to come to me, ask me questions about my identity, figure out themselves that they find themselves more along the spectrum than just one of the 2 binaries. Us pansexuals in 2024, I think, should take it as an obligation, but also as an honor to be that support system for friends who may be questioning. And you may not always know which one of your friends is questioning their sexuality or is confused about how they identify. What I have intentionally done in my friendships is to make myself open and available for those dialogues, because I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna out anyone out, but I believe a lot of people in my social friend group would be surprised. Yeah, so just like be there, be open, especially when friends are joking about sexuality, whether it's just like a passing gay comment or whatnot. But still, in that joking sphere, have something solid that's grounding you, grounding the conversation. So it's kind of like a dog whistle for other people in the group that can be like, oh yeah, I think I could like talk to Ricky about this, and it would just stay between us, you know. So be able to be that person of contact for friends, family that may need exposure to some more information. I would also say, like, predominantly with oh my gosh, there's people coming. I would also say to my cis male pansexuals to, like, it's really hard out here because a lot of well-meaning straight liberal women do not understand how a man is able to be sexually attracted to both genders without it leaning to some, like, in a particular manner. I know personally I've experienced many times where I've been interested in girls, but they know that I'm pansexual, and it just kind of just get shut down because they don't believe that it's possible to like more than one gender. I took that really personally for the longest time, but I realized that those women weren't right for me anyway if they were so closed-minded. And so your identity as a man, you validate that yourself. You don't need anyone else to validate you in terms of how masculine you are or how attracted you are to women or stuff like that. Like, easier said than done, but it's really important that you get that validation from yourself. Who are these women to say to you that they know your sexuality better than you do? Like, there's no place for that. I hope that in the future, women, specifically liberal, progressive women, will actually look inward in themselves and really check their biases and their preconceived notions of what it means to be a man, because obviously we live in a patriarchal society where if a woman is interested in women, the general populace says that's fine, that's all right. But when a guy is attracted to both women and men, society is like, no, they're kind of wishy-washy, like they have to choose one. That no matter what gender you identify as, no matter what your sex is, the patriarchal structures as a whole are disenfranchising everyone. Obviously, there are people being disenfranchised to a greater extent, but even the people who you would perceive to have the most power and influence are still being subjugated to these archaic, nonsensical social norms. So, and lastly, your sexuality is literally no one else's business. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't have to perform your sexuality. You are you, and your sexuality, yes, is a part of that. No way by any means the overall encompassing feature of who you are. You know, it goes back to like appreciating the fluidity of being pansexual. It means whatever you want it to mean for yourself. And again, I just want to stress how beautiful that is. You are able to love nearly practically anyone. Opening yourself up to that will definitely not only give you better chances, you know, in the sheet, you know, but like seriously in your love life. I myself am still searching for that special someone. So it's been a roller coaster, of course, you know, early 20s, you know. Like, what isn't at this stage in life? But I just wanted to leave you guys with that. 2024, who knows if it's going to be a good year. You know, Trump is declaring that he wants to be a freaking dictator, so all of this liberal democracy might be going down the toilet anyway. But even if it does, you are who you are. You don't need society or government to validate you. Obviously, having rights is very necessary. So I don't want to be saying that, but implying otherwise. But I hope you understand what I mean is that even in times of peril, just constant vitriol and attacking of the LGBTQIA plus community, it's important that you control your narrative and not live in fear and be who you are and be proud of who you are, because God made you the way you are. I'm not really religious, I'm more spiritual, but like, you are perfect the way you are. And I really hope that anything that I said here resonates with you. So with that said, I hope everyone has a lovely day. Be kind to one another as one canceled Ellen DeGeneres. Remember, I post new videos every single day, so make sure you smash that subscribe button and press the bell notification so you're notified for all my future posts. Stays loud, stays proud, and yeah. Have a good one, guys. Bye.